I was once a camper myself. But it wasn't anything like this.
Jeep Creep. What's going on? Today on Jeep Creep, we are going to be doing some exterior lighting for our pop-up camper hard side conversion. Okay, so it's pretty dark out here when you're in the campground, or if you're gonna cook right here. I haven't opened up this canopy yet. That'll be another episode, and believe me, I am not too thrilled about it, but I have an idea. So stay tuned if you want to see a custom canopy. I got one in mind. But what we're gonna do today is I want to run an LED strip all the way down. But I don't actually like direct lighting where you can see the light source. I like indirect lighting, as you could see, you know, from the inside of my camper, how I did it, cutting it back so you don't really see the LED strip. Let me show you what I got in store for you. All right, here's the plan. I got me some nice U-channel, 8-foot strip of it at the old Home Creepo, and it happens to be just wide enough for ye old LED strip. See, you just pop it right in there thusly, and you won't see the LEDs when it is in this direction. Now, if you look up and you're short, you will, but for the most part, it's going to cover it, and it's also going to make the light a little bit more directional, so I'm not like having a rave party in the campground, right? It's going to be kind of like downward facing LEDs, and it's shielded, so you'll only see the down light. You won't see the out light. Also, being a U-channel like this, these are not exactly outdoor rated. I mean, they're rubberized. Like, it's hard to tell. There's like a thin rubber coat all the way around it. And it does have a sticky back, but we're not going to use that. We're going to use hot glue. And pop it in. It should be weatherproof enough. It's color changing. Its default light is kind of like the other ones, where it's kind of like that nice light bluish white. It's not like super bright, but the nice thing is all the remotes will be the same, because this is, again, Monster. I bought a ton of this when it was $2 at Walmart. Good luck finding it for $2 now. I haven't seen it that cheap in a long time. But all right, let's get cracking. So here's the IR sensor on the end of it, which is kind of cool, and the plug. This is 6.5 feet, which is just a half foot shy of my camper length. So I need to think about how I want to do this. What I'm kind of thinking is it'd be nice to have light over the doorway. I could run this reel all the way down the length of the camper, but we're going to exit the for the power. It needs to go through the wall, and I want to have it tied to a light switch. So let me take a look at this. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this in. Let my glue gun get nice and hot. I really want to wear gloves, but it's hard to wear gloves and work. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pull off this sticky backing. This sticky backing stuff too, I've used these strips a lot, even like on TVs, the back of TVs and stuff like that. It doesn't stick to plastic very well on the back of TVs, I can tell you that. Probably stick really good to your wall and take your paint all off with it if you put it on the wall. But I just recommend using hot glue. Hot glue is pretty durable and instant dry. All right, our hot glue is permeable. Let's go ahead and run a nice fat bead here. Just to get her started. And it is cold outside, so hopefully we give ourselves ample time to do this. I'm going to fold this over so this is inside like that. I have to run a little more glue there in a minute. All right, perfect. I got her started. And then just for the drip edge, I'm gonna glue the end right here, kind of fill that in like a dam. And hot glue is kind of like weld or anything else, really. You do a little bit, let it cool, and then you can build on it. So since I'm trying to do a wall, put a little bit in place there and let that dry. Almost got the first dry, actually. I'm gonna cap that end a little bit. And then we'll seal our electronics a little bit. I'm gonna need to cut a little channel in the side here so the wire can pass through the back wall. So we'll do that. I mean, we could have did that first, I suppose, but then you'd have to measure, and measuring's no fun. Seal all our electronics here. Get the glue sticker ready. These things go quick. And I'm doing this because, again, this is not outdoor rated. This is meant for like your home entertainment centers and stuff like that. But we're cheating and adding a little weatherproofing by putting a seal on this, as it were. I don't think LEDs really care about the cold too much, since it's a light emitting diode. There's no liquid in it. It's a chip. So I think we're fine there. However, they're not sealed for outdoor use. That's why I'm doing that. All right, now we can run a bead all the way down. This is the fun part, because it just goes kaboom, 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 all in a row. And if your hot glue is super hot, you're probably going to want to let it cool just a hair. So it's kind of nice that it's cooler outside right now. And that aluminum will just suck the heat right out of the glue really quick. So don't dilly-dally too much. And get your lights down before she dries. And hot glue is messy. It sticks to everything. It does the cobweb effect. You'll use them all. See? I'm already on another glue stick. Just do a few feet at a time, so it gives you enough time to get the LEDs down before your glue solidifies and cools. Try to move a little bit faster. That one's a little bit getting dry, or getting cool, non-techy, too fast. So if you're trying to do like an effect around your bed or whatever, I forgot what they're called. They're like, I think they're called like neon strips or something like that. And it kind of looks like neon bar. So it is kind of like the same shape, where it's kind of rectangular and light only comes out one way, and it's diffused, not light, not direct LED lights. That stuff, it's not really that bright that I found. So I like to use these because they're brighter. And they're color changing. Like if you want to do different colors for whatever reason, you can. And the default color comes on, like I said, like that whitish blue that I like. Almost done, just a little bit more. Almost got it perfect. I want to put a little bit of a wall on it here. Now this should never let go. Hot glue is pretty good and all temperatures. It doesn't expand and shrink or anything like that, so it shouldn't really lose any of its adhesive qualities. But that's all right. So let's go take a look at our camper now. I'll turn off my glue gun. All right. So we got our rail. I need to cut it off. This is 8 foot, like I said. The lights are only 6.5 foot. The camper is about 7 foot. I want my wire to run into it. I think I'm going to hang it maybe actually right above that screw head. It's probably a good idea. So I'm just going to cut it off where the LEDs end, right there. Keep it simple. All right, I'm just gonna screw all the way through and try to miss the light. So let's see if I can get her in with this smaller hole or not. Probably should drill a bigger hole, but we're gonna try it. Yay, she starts, but can I get her straight through? Straight through. Beautiful. They're sharp enough to go through aluminum. Well, pretty durable aluminum. Now we're gonna go through the camper. Well, we marked it, right? There is a 2x4 behind it that I'm gonna try to hit. Perfect. Beautiful. Looking good. Let's start working on that wire right there. Okay, so now we need to bring our wire inside. Instead of drilling a hole big enough for a USB plug, which is kind of dumb, I'm just going to cut it off, resolder it on the other side. So, all right, I'm going to cut our end off now. Always like to leave a little bit of room in case I decide to splice it back into USB. Boom, like so. Okay. And we'll just pull that right on through to the other side, just like Jim Morrison said. It's still pretty hot. Stick her in the hole right here and fill her up. Now we gotta do some wiring on the inside. All right, so I pulled it through right there, reconnected it, ran it, kind of hid it under that, ran it down and around and through, and it goes into here, which you can see is all nice and wired up in there. There's my power line. I need to clean all this wire up, but that part's boring. I'm not going to show you all that. But this is the original light switch that was on there. On and off. Let's take a look and see what it does outside. All right, as you can't see, it's dark and spooky out here. How am I supposed to get in the camper? Well, let's turn on the lights. Woo! Now it's a party. And I want to show you how much it lights up. Get a real far view. I mean, look at that. That is pretty cool. You gotta admit. I mean, that goes out pretty far. Nice amount of light. And the thing that I like is, like I said, see that top bar? It doesn't really radiate out where it's like super bright, super far. Like you can see where, my boat's here. I guess it kind of lights that up. But you can see how dark the ground is right there. So it's not like super obnoxious for like being in a campground, but it's plenty of light for cooking if you wanted to sit here and cook or hang out under the thing. And this right here, even though you think you see the light, well, this is not the actual light itself. This is the reflection of the aluminum. The lights are actually right there. So this aluminum reflects quite a bit, and it still looks like a light strip, which I was trying to avoid, but it's too shiny. It's probably a good thing, honestly, because like it's, obviously it lights up the ground more. If I had a very dull, non-reflective thing, probably wouldn't be the greatest. But the important thing is it lights the step up. It gives you plenty of working lights. And then this is the regular monster lights. So like, here's the remote. Let's get the light here. There we go. So you can see all the different settings here. These are like quick settings, so you can go to red. Ooh, party. It's actually kind of ominous looking. Let's see, what other colors we got? Oh, they gotta be in range of the stupid thing. Orange, kind of a yellow, blue, green. Let's see what other colors are there. Like a purple. And then this thing's got all kinds of stupid party modes, like, well, these are the important ones, I think, right here. So this is the cool white, where it's more of a blue color. And then we got soft white, which is the one I like, and it's also the default. When it powers on, it'll always resort to this color, which is kind of like a white and blue, and gives you that kind of bluish white light by default. And then you have, let's see, what's this other color here? Oh, warm. And warm is just kind of a yellowish. That's actually the color that I wish it was originally, because it's just like a natural looking light bulb kind of color. Bit on the yellow spectrum. If you know Kelvin, it's the warmer light. It's not the whatever. And it's having a hard time focusing at night. The other nice thing too about this is you can set the brightness. Right now it's at the brightest level. You can dim it down if you want. That's nice. That is really chill. And if you use like a color, oh my god, it's like barely visible. Depending on what color you use, you just turn it all the way down, brightness. And you could leave that on, I suppose, when you're camping, because it's not, where's my boat? It's not super bright when you go out, and this camera really picks up the light really well. Makes everything look brighter than it is, and you can see how dark it is immediately out. So if you put it on low, you could leave it on that if you wanted to. And I can show you the inside. It's a mess. Close the door. And you can see that it's like pitch black in here, so I could easily sleep with the lights on if I wanted to, and you can see the lights outside. But no light is emitting on the inside of this, which is cool. I kind of wanted that, other than the door. I mean, this door, you can see the light on the door. Let's go back out here, play with this a little bit more. And then if you are having a party with your pals or whatever, here's the different settings you can have. There's flash. Oh my god, it's a raver. I mean, it just seems like that would get obnoxious quick, but maybe it'd be fun if you're blast the music. Let's see, there's strobe. Wait a minute, is flash and strobe the same thing? Oh, it is. That's kind of weird. Yeah, whatever. Flash and strobe are kind of the same thing. I don't get it. Fade is kind of cool if you're going to set one. Just kind of cycles through the colors. And to me, that's a lot less obnoxious, even if you're having a party or something. Like, I don't know, I think it's cooler. Let's see what else there is. That's the last one. I can't even read it. Oh, then there's smooth. Smooth is just like real slow transitions, which I think is even more soothing than the other ones, because like smooth is just almost not even noticeable that it's changing colors, and then you change it to the other one. Let's see, what was that called? It's upside down. This one just kind of goes through real fast. Alright, let's stand back and get some cool video. And it's snowing again. So I can kind of see what it does. It goes to black and it goes fast. Whereas the last one, smooth, it's a crossfade between colors and it's really slow. So it's always lit. You know, and you see it crossfades. I mean, I really like that. That's cool. Trying to get a good picture for my profile. So, this has been another episode of Jeep Creep, and if you're enjoying what you see, like, share, subscribe, do all that fun stuff they tell you to do in the end of the videos. I was really happy to get these lights up. I think this is a cool addition to, I mean, it's, I don't know, the fun lights is cool or whatever, but having outdoor lighting makes a huge difference, because you can cook out here, you can find your camper, you're not tripping in the dark, not annoying your neighbors when you're in a campground, because they got the bar set up and I can dim it down and all that good stuff. So anyway, see you next time.